Be Different podcast, giving you everything basketball every week, just popping out videos, popping out interviews, popping out, everything possible. Brad Redford, I am here. I'm the one currently talking. Greg Wichard is over there. Greg, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great.
Michigan sweatshirt looks great on you.
Thank you.
Hat looks good.
As usual.
You're a big hat guy in the mornings.
I am.
You got a good head of hair though. Why do you not let the people see your hair?
Time. You know, I just throw the hat on. Don't have to worry
just
about
time.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Okay. Nick Given, how are you doing today?
I'm not a big hat guy. You'd think I would be with
You're
my head of hair.
You're a big white headphone guy though.
Yeah, well, we found these in the back office, so we'll have to return
They
these.
look great. Are we familiar with what brand that is? What brand you got right there?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
Okay.
They sound great.
Yeah.
The quality is impeccable.
Yeah. Well, and happy birthday to Greg Wichard.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
You're getting old.
I am.
Do you feel as old as you are?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Are you going to let the audience know how old you are or no?
I'm 20. I'm 29.
29?
Plus one.
Plus one?
Yeah.
So 30?
30, yeah.
30?
30 in a day.
Yeah, and me and Nick, we celebrated your birthday over the weekend.
It was a great birthday.
Yeah, it was really good.
Had a couple drinks.
I think I was supposed to buy you a drink. I don't know that I did.
He didn't need one at that point.
You did offer to buy me a drink, but then as you went up to the bar, somebody else bought me a shot and a drink.
Yeah, so
then you probably held off, which was a good idea.
I tried to do you a favor.
Yeah, it was. Trust me, it was.
Yeah, I tried to do you a favor.
He would have been in bed until 2 o'clock instead of 1 the next day.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm surprised you were only in bed until 1 the next day.
Well,
1 p.m.
Well, then I got up, I got something to drink, and then I laid back down.
What did you get up to drink after a long night of crushing your body?
A lot of water, and then some chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I love chocolate.
See, I don't do chocolate milk after like a hangover type deal. Like I'm not hitting chocolate milk.
I just love milk in general. As much of it as I can get, really.
Big milk guy.
Yeah.
That's not something that you hear every single day.
Yeah.
I once watched him drink 2 32-ounce milkshakes in a day.
2 32-ounce milkshakes?
I felt really sick. But
I think everybody would.
It tasted really good, though.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I don't know. Throw me under, he's going to get mad at me saying this, but he told me after that he understood how people got addicted to heroin because he just couldn't stop.
I couldn't stop drinking. It was,
it
was chocolate chip cookie dough.
That's aggressive, man.
Well,
but he's like, I just couldn't stop.
Some people like heroin. Some people like chocolate chip cookie dough.
He said, I just couldn't stop. No matter what, I just needed more.
I can't say that I've heard heroin and chocolate chip cookie dough in the same.
There's a fine line.
There's the same sentence all that often.
Line.
That's why it stuck out so much to me. I'll never forget that.
All right, let's get to a couple basketball topics before we start going off the wagon here. And we don't have Leonard Stokes here. Usually during these conversations, Leonard is around. So hopefully Leonard will be back next week. I think Leonard is in Los Angeles. But let's get to a topic that, Nick, I know is heavy to your heart because you are a big Kentucky fan. But we're going to talk about one and dones. A lot of people on the outside media, guys like Will Kane, he's very adamant about this, basically saying that one and dones at the college level, they're not working. They're not a true element to success. And a big reason why people are saying that is you look at Villanova, they have, a lot of older talent, right? They have Jalen Brunson, who's a junior, Bridges, who's a junior, Pascal, who's an older player. A lot of older guys. They maybe have, one big-time freshman, or they do have one big-time freshman in Omari Spellman. But outside of that, it's a group of older players built in the Jay Wright Villanova system that ultimately won a national championship. And one of the big stats that's popping out right now is since 2007, only 2 teams with, primarily one-and-done players have actually won a national title, one being Duke and the other being Kentucky, the University of One-and-Dones. But, guys, does this work? Do one-and-dones work? Why are people saying one-and-dones don't work? Do they work?
I think the NBA got what they wanted. I think it helps players develop quicker in the NBA. Anthony Davis is who he is today in the NBA because he went to college for a year and didn't go straight to the NBA. But it doesn't work for universities as well. I mean, Kentucky's.
But so you're a Kentucky fan, though.
I hate it.
Do you like that they get one and dones?
I like that they get the best players in the country, or some of the best players in the country. They're fun to watch. I think it's more fun to get to know new kids every year, and I do like that. The beginning of the seasons are a little tougher, but what I do like is that when they mold, that they have an actual chance of getting to an Elite Eight, Final Four. Maybe not. Who knows if they're going to get it done?
Right.
But overall, I just don't think that you should have to go to college for a year if you don't want.
Yeah.
If at 18,
But your problems with that, so that's with like the system,
the system's
like the whole
crap.
system in general. But so, do you want Coach Cal to stop getting one and dones?
No, how are you?
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't say
You
don't
just-
get the
No,
best
because
players.
they're the best players.
people.
Yeah.
Don't get the best people. What are you talking about?
Right.
That
You
doesn't
have
make any
to.
sense.
So like,
So do you're a Xavier guy?
I like how we more have the three and dones.
When you say we,
as in Cincinnati Xavier.
Oh,
as a whole,
sorry, I was just-
this
I-
podcast is about Xavier, so that's what we're talking about. So I said we. Is that
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Brad? Is that okay?
I was just
He's one of those.
don't get upset with
Is
me.
that
I'm just
okay?
He's one
asking
of-
you a
he's one
question.
of those
When you
guys.
said we, I just want to make sure. Are you talking about us three? Are you like who? Like, you're talking about Xavier basketball.
You want me to answer this question, Brad? or
Yeah,
you
go
wanna
ahead.
keep
Sorry,
talking?
Greg.
You sure you want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really care about the one. And I think that it should be fair for athletes in college, whether it's I think football and basketball, they should be the same. I don't think if you're going to school, it either should be 2 years or football should be able to do what basketball does. I think it's the player's choice if they want to go, but I don't. Why should
Football kids should not be able to go earlier than junior year. Someone will die.
But how do you know? Like,
They're
why
just-
is that fair that they have to wait longer to go to the NFL?
What if
Why is it
so,
fair?
Yeah, so saying what if they're not ready? So say they leave after a year or
Some
two.
little cocky cornerback or some cocky wide receiver at 18 years old trying to go in the league. He's He's gonna get hit by a Ray Lewis type over the middle and just perish.
But to Greg's point,
Calvin Ridley was a wide receiver his sophomore year, and he weighed 240 pounds.
Yeah, but there's also slot receivers that are 5'11" that weigh like
It's their choice.
184
Then don't
pounds.
go if you
But
don't think you can handle it.
I like
yeah.
the
don't
3 years
go.
in football.
But
I
that's
think it makes
that's the
sense.
GM's choice based off of potential. The NBA is the same way. The NBA might take guy that's a one and done guy,
So
but
you're
then he won't
saying it
play for
takes
another
the
2 or
same-
3
Yeah.
years. So if a GM or a coach grabs a college football player
And wants to
that's
throw
a
him on the
freshman
scout team.
and wants to put him on scout team, but you're buying off of potential.
Yeah,
It's the same idea.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying for the longevity of people that are playing the sport, you can go underdeveloped into the NBA and grow into yourself. And if you do that in the NFL, your career's over.
I mean, or you can just like break an ankle playing basket. I mean, it's their choice. I mean, if they think they're ready, then they
disagree.
should be able to go.
Disagree.
That's why if I was a football player, I would redshirt my first year no matter what in college. So that way I would only maybe play 2 years at the college level and then I'd go pro. Because there's
Okay.
no reason to bang your body up for 3 straight years, freshman,
Right.
sophomore, junior year in college. Like you almost want to redshirt that first year, just say I'm redshirting, and then only really play 2 years at the college level so you save a year on your body if you're a top NFL guy.
And that's probably fair.
No one does it though.
And it's
'Cause
one of the
you're a player,
longevity
you
of
wanna play,
NFL
but it's
players
just-
is
yeah.
3 years. That's the average NFL player is in there for 3 years. So now if you were going for 3 years in college or 4 years in college, and maybe you wanted to go out earlier, you're taking that physical beating on your body before you go into the NFL. Just like, you want to preserve yourself, you should be able to.
Yeah, disagree.
That's fine.
That's fun. I love one and done, so I'm completely
You love
fine
one
with
and
it.
done?
Yeah, I'm-
Yeah, I think they're
I'm-
great.
yeah.
They're exciting. They're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch.
They've won 2 national titles over 12 years, and then they've
2012
also
was a great year.
yeah. And I did a little bit of the numbers too. There's 9 Final Four teams during that span as well. So I mean, there's been a lot of success. But even when you look at the John Wall team, they made it all the way to the Elite Eight. Is that
and
not
an-
successful?
And another team made it to the no, exactly. It was a great year.
Like
And
Kevin,
they ran into a really good West Virginia team.
yeah, and then Kevin Durant at Texas, like. They were good. They got on TV all the time. How many stories were there at Texas? And it's great for recruiting because if you bring recruits to Texas and you have Kevin Durant playing is going to the NBA, I mean that's going to help your recruiting.
Absolutely. And wasn't Carmelo one and done? He won
Carmelo was a
national-
one and
Or
done.
they
I guess
saying
I
that
wasn't putting him in that just because that was
He
I
was
think
one
that was-
person.
I think that was older.
Okay.
Well, I mean technically he's a one and done too.
He's a one and done.
Even Beasley.
Yeah.
Even Beasley. Like if Xavier got a one and done,
How excited would you be?
It would be awesome. It would be awesome.
They're
I'd be-
Xavier's just not at that top 6 to 8 school that's going to get them repeatedly.
They won't get him repeatedly. They might be able to get one, like a one-off USC OJ Mayo, a one-off Beasley,
Do you guys
Kansas
have enough
State.
cash reserves for an OJ
Yeah,
Mayo?
that's the real question is how much money do you need for a one and done?
A lot.
Greg, how
And you
much
need to be
money
able
do
to
you
hide
think
it
you
well.
need for a one and done? How much money?
like for a college?
Yeah, to pay.
I got DeAndre Ayton got $50,000, I guess. So that seems like a solid number.
That seems so cheap to get a
That's
one and done.
cheap
doesn't
for-
it?
I would
That's
think
cheap for
realistically, it's got to be in the six figures.
It's got to be like bonds and stocks, and
Yeah.
this money has to come later. Maybe this is like a long-term
You
game.
buy Bitcoin.
Yeah,
These,
let it grow over time.
These stats are a little dated, about a year and a half. So it starts in 2016, but since the one and done rule was enacted in 2006, 83 freshmen have been drafted, 11 have been named All-Stars, 6 have been named Rookie of the Year.
so they're awesome.
8 freshmen have gone number 1.
They definitely help. They definitely help player development in the NBA.
The only name on this list that I'm like, is Anthony Bennett. That was a really bad number.
What a bust.
That was, he averaged 5.2 games. But otherwise, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Okafor, Wiggins, Jabari Parker, Joel Embiid, Aaron Gordon, Anthony Bennett, Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Bradley Beasley, Kyrie Irving, Enes Kanter, Tristan Thompson, John Wall.
You're talking about people who play well in the NBA every night in, night out.
Yeah, so it's cool to see them at the college
Yeah.
level, even if it's just for a year. Like,
Well, do you
I think
think-
it works.
Do you think the G League will take over at some point though?
I think they will.
Who's this kid locally that's gonna?
Yeah, Darius Baisley.
Yeah, he's gonna go test it out, right?
Yeah. Well, right now the G League used to be the D League, but the G League's pretty much like. I mean, the players don't get treated well at all. They don't make any money.
He
Like,
gets a $25,000. I think that's
yeah.
his contract. Is
Well, they could go to the Big Baller Brand League. So LeVar Ball's been
God, I hope
he's been DMing top recruits and inviting them. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
Like he's like literally DMing them like, congratulations, you are in the Big Baller League. It's awesome. I would have joined it for sure. I would have never gone to Xavier. I would have played under LeVar Ball, the GM and commissioner. Because I would have been boys with Melo, and then honestly, I probably would have been a hangers-on. Like I would be a part of Big Baller Brand at some level. They kind of need I think they need a white presence in there. So I think if LeVar is listening to this, which he could be, I guess.
I mean, there's-
I'll DM him after this.
It's not impossible, but it's.
But I want LeVar to know, and his team, his sons. I want the whole Big Baller Brand team to know if they need a white guy to be their guy. Maybe hit a different market. Maybe hit the Midwest market because I think they're missing that a little bit.
They already got one.
I think they're
He's
definitely
They
missing
did a
the
rap
Midwest.
video with Little Dicky, and he's a pretty cool white guy.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well,
he might have taken your spot.
I think, but I think Little Dicky is, they need a basketball guy.
Oh.
So I'd like to think I could be that guy. So LeVar, if you're listening, I'm going to talk into the camera right now. LeVar, if you're listening, you need another guy to really support your brand and really get behind it. I think I could be that guy for you. So thanks for your time. All right.
Sounded good.
Let's move on to our next topic, and that is Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. Colin Cowherd was talking about, how much more important that Tiger Woods is to the game of golf in comparison to Michael Jordan, saying that it wouldn't even be close.
It's not.
That Tiger Woods by far means more to the sport than what Michael Jordan means to basketball.
It's not. It's not even close. It's not even like we shouldn't even have to talk about this. It's not even close.
I mean, okay.
Okay, make your point for Jordan.
No, go, Greg. I want to know.
I think that.
Do you think it's like?
I don't think it's close
Really?
because I think there's a lot of players and generationally not like Jordan, but that were as captivating as Jordan was or close to it. And I don't think. If you just look at the viewership, that how much more money golf made.
Yeah.
Viewership was up and this was for the championship, which he wasn't even really a part of that, but it was.
Yeah.
That was just up 2 million views. It's definitely Tiger Woods. LeBron would. You have LeBron. He could have been.
I know. I get it.
I would love to hear, but no, speak your piece.
But I think if you look at just like straight numbers and money figures of that nature, then I think it would be hard to not say that Tiger has a greater impact. but Jordan had such a cultural effect on basketball and culture. And he has
wait. You're telling me that Jordan had more of a cultural effect on basketball than Tiger Woods in golf?
Yes.
Culturally.
More of a lasting impact, yes. Because you see the Jordan brand on everything. Like, every player still wears
got
Jordan.
black people to play golf,
But
dude.
they don't anymore. It wasn't lasting. It was like a
That's
flash
the
in the
impact.
pan.
That's the impact.
Exactly.
That's exactly
When he wasn't good anymore, that went away. People still play basketball when
Look
Jordan
at the sponsorships
retired.
alone. like Tiger got Nike to sponsor golf events and gear. He got them into the entire apparel game of a different sport.
But Jordan completely changed the apparel game, and then now everyone's following the Jordan brand and the Jordan suit. Like, he has a much longer.
Jordan was the first pair of basketball shoes.
He was the first one to do it in the way that he did. Like, the Air Jordan shoe completely changed the apparel game with basketball players, and everyone has followed Jordan's example. Tiger didn't create an example that can be followed. Jordan created a brand that you could look at and say, yes, I'm going to do that. And just like his whole swagger, his demeanor, the way that people play now, like, that was all inspired by Jordan. Like, and you have rappers wearing Jordans. Everybody wears Jordans still to this day. No one's wearing Tiger Woods memorabilia at all.
I don't. Well, they don't have jersey numbers.
But don't you think there's something to that impact that Jordan had that's greater than Tiger?
Huge impact. You could say Jordan versus just
so.
about anybody else in different sports, and you're going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
But not Tiger.
2015 ticket prices for the Masters this year, they sold for 50% more than in 2015.
Because Tiger's playing.
I know. Space Jam was a great movie. that grossed.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
Space Jam was
really
it
good.
was a good movie.
That grossed over. It was like $230 million, like in the box office. That's just box office numbers.
I just can't believe
it. But I'm saying no one still at the basketball level has touched Jordan's brand, and everyone's like literally modeling their brand off of, can we be anywhere close to Jordan? Like Jordan does everything. The Jordan brand is like long lasting forever. It's a symbol of greatness. He's on Michigan football hoodies like Greg's. Like Jordan's impact will be great forever. Like even great basketball players like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, they don't have that long-lasting brand that Jordan has. LeBron will not have that same brand as Jordan. Kobe doesn't have the same brand as Jordan. Like that Jordan brand, in terms of how long-lasting that brand is, could feasibly be greater impact than what Tiger did in 15 years.
But Tiger's impact is still ongoing too. This entire second wave of golfers after your Dustin Johnson, your Rory, all those guys, like they're getting the money. The money was injected into golf because of Tiger. That sustains. Like if you look at the purse sizes pre-Tiger versus now, like those dudes, the old dudes, right? Nicholas and all those guys, they had to like build golf courses to make money. They didn't make money by winning golf tournaments. They won notoriety and awareness, but they made their money by doing other shit. Now you can come on tour and make money because Tiger injected all this cash, and now it's a thriving, popular sport that 4 times a year takes over Sundays, and for a lot of money. And then now you can just go win like 3 or 4 golf tournaments a year and get sponsored for $150K and make a lot of money. And the golf field is huge.
Yeah, there's no doubt that they're obviously 2 of the most influential people in sports.
Yeah.
I just don't want to discredit what Jordan has done on the basketball side and the impact that he has. Because, yeah, you definitely, I think, can make arguments on both sides, and that Tiger had a bigger impact or Jordan had a bigger impact. I don't think it's as big. I don't think it's as big or as wide as
Tom,
do you think?
As Colin
Tom,
Cowherd
what do you
said.
think? Just one word. Tiger or Michael? Ooh, 3 for Tiger.
3-1. Tigers were $740 million.
I'm not saying it's not Tiger. I'm just saying that I think there's more to the argument than just straight numbers and facts and media attention.
I'll give you that.
Like, so I think when you look at that argument, I do think there's a lot of layers to what Jordan did and how long lasting his brand and his impact is on the whole culture of like basketball.
I think if you want to say that that Jordan made the greatest link between athlete and brand ever and will probably never be touched, that's fair. But if you're going to sport, I think it has to be Tiger.
Well, and to me, that means something. Like everyone who is like a big time star who wants to make a huge brand should model it after what Michael Jordan and his team did. You know, so that impact crosses basketball. That impact crosses every sport. Even every person who's an entertainer, anybody who's famous, like should look at the Jordan brand. I mean, it's amazing.
I agree. I think Tiger was on his way until the incident with the wife.
Well, and that's what Jordan didn't have an incident like that. I mean, yeah, he's had.
He just never came out.
Yeah, he had some incidents. There's some gambling things. There's a lot going on there.
Not to the level of what
you think that if
Tiger had, though. But he didn't have the fall that Tiger had.
No.
Yeah.
Not that. That was the craziest fall I've ever seen.
You have. Yeah, he was on top of the world, and then like 3 days later, everyone in America hated him.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
All right.
No, he was on top of somebody else.
Well, that's true.
All right. Let's move on to one story that I just really liked. I just really like this story. As a 32-year-old NBA veteran, he finally got an NBA call-up. It was Andre Ingram. He has played 384 career games in the G League. He's the all-time leader in threes, 713 in the G League. Played at American University from 2003 to 2007. And after 10 years of playing after college, he played in the G League for the Lakers G League team.
MVP.
So he was going for Andre was going for his exit interview. And normally in his exit interview, they just say, "Hey, good season," like you're out of here. And this time when he came in, it was GM Rob Pelinka, President Magic Johnson were in there to greet him, and they told him that he would be playing in the last 2 games for the Lakers, and it would be his first NBA call-up. I just thought it was an awesome story.
Did you see what he did last night?
I just thought it was cool. I just wanted to bring it up.
Did you see what he did last night?
What did he do last night?
19 points.
Yeah, he put 19 points. Scored 11. He scored 11 points in 7 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the Lakers crowd was chanting MVP.
That's amazing. It's such a great story. I just wanted to touch on that briefly. Just like the dedication and work ethic. And his daughter was born 5 years into his G League career, and he almost like completely gave up playing. He picked up tutoring, so he was tutoring math students. He was doing training just to make ends meet, but he continued to just push and pursue and persevere. And at 32, he got in, and then he had 19 points.
He lit it up
for the Lakers. So I just thought it was a cool story.
He must be a really good three-point shooter because
he
was letting it fly.
He beat Jimmer Fredette in the G League three-point contest.
Okay, yeah, I know he's like a career 40% three-point shooter.
He had like 39 of 50.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Have you ever shot at that high of a clip, Brad?
What's that? 40%?
39 of 50.
39 of 50? I don't know. I bet maybe. Honestly, I don't know. That's amazing. I have no idea. It's feasible that I did. I just don't know.
I never have. If that surprised you at all.
So, all right, fellas, that was good. Anything else you want to say about Andre Ingram other than that he's awesome?
No.
Congratulations, Andre.
All right, word. All right, let's move on.
And to his daughter.
Okay, we're going to do a toned-down version of the hat gamble. We're just going to throw out some names. But, Greg, you brought this to our attention last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like famous people in the basketball world, if they didn't do what they do, then who would they be? What profession would they be maybe in another life? Or maybe in this life if they didn't, get the breaks, or get the opportunities.
Right.
So we're going to take famous people within the basketball community, and we're going to discuss maybe what they would be if they weren't what they are right now. Do we want to start with Given's favorite coach in college basketball?
Yes.
Let's start with John Calipari. If John Calipari was not the head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats, who would he be? What would he be doing right now, Nick?
He would be the 3-time employee of the year, 12-time employee of the month of some Mercedes car dealership.
You stole my idea.
Yep. It was so good.
I literally told him that the other day.
It was so good.
That's mine too.
I was
going
to
say that he owned a ring of pawn shops before, but then when he said sleazy car salesman, I was like, that's really the.
He could be a lawyer too. I feel like
lawyer, a mobster.
Yeah, definitely.
I could see him in like Casino.
Yeah, like a pit
You
boss
think
or
he's a
something.
pit
Yeah,
boss?
yeah, like a little pit boss.
Yeah.
He'd be a decent pit boss, I feel like.
I mean, he's got the look for it, right? He's got the look. He's got the demeanor.
Yeah.
Nah, car salesman.
More car salesman.
Yeah, because he's always just so aggressively selling, always.
He's always trying to get the nicest things, you know? So,
All right, let's go to our next guy. This is a commentator. This is a guy who is, I guess, somewhat controversial, but definitely a guy who's talked about all the time. West Coast guy. You know, Bill Walton. If Bill Walton was not a professional basketball player, wasn't currently commentating primarily Pac-12 games at this point, you know, what would Bill Walton be?
I feel like he would be a bartender at some Hawaiian resort in like a flower shirt, just like talking to everybody, telling weird stories.
I also had a vision of a flower shirt, but I was going to say he had a really long, hard life up until more recently when medical marijuana has become realistic. And I think that he would have bought a plot of land to become a medical marijuana
Might be a
farmer.
dispensary owner.
Yeah, dispensary
Yeah,
owner.
drug dealer, you know.
No, legal drug dealer.
Legal
I'm
drug
not throwing
dealer.
anything. Or but he would have also grown mushrooms in his basement.
Yeah.
as well.
He could be a really good psychologist.
Yeah, but
You know,
the
like
guy
a-
that like when you walk in, but kind of a morally questionable one. Like
Yeah.
you both eat a Xanax before your session. and,
Yeah, it's like a really,
yeah.
really organic, like natural psychologist.
you're
Like
right.
you walk in and there's green and fern everywhere and mist and
Is that what you're going with there?
I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm just like seeing Bill Walton. It's like,
That's pretty good too.
yeah. Which I've been watching this crazy documentary on Netflix, the Wild Wild Country. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen the
I've
previews
seen
for
the
it.
Dude.
thing. I haven't watched it yet.
Insane. Like I could see Bill Walton starting that cult or something. He could be like a cult leader. Dude, it's the most insane story ever.
In just giant white robes.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about? I've got one for you.
Yeah.
Gus Johnson.
Mm.
What do you think? What would Gus Johnson?
Well,
What would he be doing?
So Gus Johnson he's quick on his feet. Good with improv. I could see him following Wayne Brady's footsteps on Whose Line Is It Anyway too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Where did that show go? That was the best.
that was a great show.
Wayne Brady's the man. I could see Gus Johnson going on Whose Line Is It Anyway, starting it up.
I see him as like this like really nice, friendly person who would be just like he's like the hotel concierge, and he just like talks to people, tells them where to go, like
Yeah.
assists them in things. I think he'd be a great hotel concierge.
Yeah. What do you think, Gus Johnson? That's a good one.
I think he'd be a motivational speaker and just like really help people with self-awareness. And just really big up. Like he would get paid to travel the country and talk at like corporate events and really hype people up for Q4 and stuff like
Really
that.
high praise. Really high praise there.
These couches are a lot more comfortable than those chairs.
Yeah, these are pretty nice.
This
All
is
right.
way better.
All right, this is my favorite one I wanted to get to. A guy that I obviously have a lot of respect for, a guy that I believe in, a guy that does no wrong in my eyes.
I already know what you're going to say.
LeVar Ball. What would LeVar Ball be if he wasn't LeVar Ball? Right now, because I don't know what LeVar Ball was
I would
like 2 years ago, but what would he be now?
He'd
or
be-
maybe in 5 years.
I think he'd be running a one of those like caged in. They've got the bars around the windows, a bail bonds place, just like taking people's money and not giving anything back.
I was not thinking that at all.
Yeah,
You just don't like LeVar
he
Ball.
runs a bail.
He hates
Like you
LeVar
just
so
don't
much.
like
He
LeVar
runs
Ball.
a shady bail bond shop in Detroit, and that's all. That's it. That's what I see.
What do you got?
I think he'd be a greeter at like a Bob Evans.
I'd never eat there again.
He would just scare. He would scare away all the little old white ladies.
No,
You can't
he'd
be
be
doing
like-
that at Bob's.
No, he'd be a greeter. Bob Evans, dude. Biscuits, great. He'd be. This is LeVar Ball. Check out the menu.
I don't.
Check out the menu.
Why does he?
Did I just get like an accent?
Why is there a Jamaican accent?
Check
on
out the
LeVar?
menu. Biscuits and gravy on page 4. That's the LeVar Ball special.
What?
Pancakes.
What did he
Giving
do?
pancakes.
What did he do before this?
I don't know. It looked like they had some money. I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
All right. What would Coach K be? If Coach K was not the Coach K, gold medalist, national champion.
I think he'd be a phenomenal IRS agent. He'd just like somebody that could really. He just looked like he's just like a little and looks like he's smarter than everyone.
Yeah,
I think he'd do a really good job. He'd be a good like maybe like a tax attorney maybe.
So this one's tough for me.
Why?
Because he got such a big head. Like I can't get by. Like Coach K's got a big melon. Dude.
Well, maybe he would be a bobblehead impersonator.
That would be good. Because like when I met Coach K, I was like, whoa! Like I thought I was gonna be in awe of like who Coach K was, and the whole time I'm like, whoa, this dude has a huge head. So I guess I'm just gonna say a scientist because his brain's got to be massive.
That's all you can think. You just didn't get a chance to soak in the moment. You're just like, dude, this head's so big.
This is the greatest thing ever. Do you know what LeVar Ball was before?
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. I had to find out.
Damn it! What is
God, he was a freaking gym teacher.
Oh,
He
actually, that makes a
He
lot of
played
sense.
professional football in London because he couldn't cut it here. Made some money, and then came back and became a gym teacher. So that was what he did.
Well, I mean, being a gym teacher would be pretty cool.
it? Yeah.
But I think Coach K, given his background, he would probably be like a lieutenant or a general in the military.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would just see him, just leading the charge.
I feel bad. Did I not give him enough respect? I have a lot of respect for Coach K. Just
Well, sometimes when a head's that big, it just
I'm sure if I played for him, I'd get over it. But God, he's got a big dome, man. Jeez. I mean, he's got a forehead that won't quit.
all right. Chris Mack.
I'll let Greg start that. Greg, you can. He was my former coach. I can't.
Yeah, you can tell me what you think he would be doing.
Go ahead.
I mean, he does. He's got those big beady eyes that are all sunken in. If I just saw him walking down the street in pretty normal clothes, like I could think like, God, that guy's a serial killer. Like he's just got, I don't know, when he's mad on the sidelines and like he's not talking but he's visibly frustrated, it's just like he could have murdered 3 people. So I give Chris Mack serial
I
killer.
think he's just got like black gloves and saran wrap, like a huge industrial sized saran wrap thing in his trunk.
Probably.
Carries it around unless he needs a Dexter somebody.
What do you think?
Coach, he's cold blooded, man. He's a cold blooded guy.
So you think serial killer too?
I think he'd be a real
Like a.
I think he'd be a real organized manager of a Costco.
yeah. I
Just
can
real
see that.
attention to detail.
Employee of the month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
every month. Every month. And then, just a lot of those pictures on the wall with the with the eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough for me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like a FBI agent, like a policeman.
Were you
Like,
thinking desk
like,
or
I
out in
could-
the field?
Like a little bit of both, He probably started doing like speeding tickets, like
Okay.
catching people going 75 and a 70, and then maybe robberies.
Wait,
you know.
do you think FBI agents give speeding tickets?
No, I think he started out in the police force,
Oh,
and then
okay.
like
They recruited him.
matriculated to the FBI. But I think it started with like, being real strict, like, oh, you're going 30 and a 25, like you're getting pulled over, and yeah, you're gonna get a ticket, like seatbelt tickets, text messaging while driving tickets, like
Not fully stopping at a stop
like
sign.
Chief Mac is gonna like write you a daddy ticket because you were going 1 mile over the speed limit, and then that strict policy that work just got him to be an FBI agent. Just then he's over in the Middle East takeover. Just
Any more background?
maybe border patrol. He could be a great border
You
patrol.
think so?
Yes. If Donald Trump could get Chris Mack the head of border patrol, I think that would be much more beneficial to the world. Like I could just see him like literally. I see Chris Mack like literally charging at people like trying to cross the Mexican border with drugs, and like Chris would take him down and literally pound them. Nick, Given, you got anybody else you want to talk about?
In college basketball world,
Or NBA? I mean, it doesn't matter.
okay, what sport do you think LeBron would have been best at after? Because if he didn't play basketball, the guy's an athletic freak. What would he have done? Okay, let's say he didn't make it in sports. What do you think he would have done?
I can tell you what sport I would like to see him be good at.
Really?
There's two sports. Like hockey. I'd love to see him be like really good at hockey.
Yeah.
Like just seeing LeBron check somebody in the boards would be hysterical.
I think I'd love to see him play lacrosse.
Oh, that'd be
Lacrosse would be funny.
LeBron playing
Honestly,
lacrosse.
seeing LeBron playing anything
Any other
but
sport,
basketball,
yeah, would be awesome.
Like I could go as far as like skiing.
Yeah,
like,
you want to go curling?
LeBron, you want to go hit the slaloms?
All right, you got to jump.
Let's go to the bunny hill. I need some practice. Seeing LeBron's big ass on a bunny hill. With like, how big does LeBron look in a winter jacket, like a big winter skiing jacket? And he's got a big head too, like Coach K.
Man.
That's why him and Coach K are boys, because they both got big heads. But LeBron's head probably looks bigger because he doesn't have hair.
Gosh.
Heard that.
Now I just have this
Yeah, that's
picture.
true.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but your head. I've never thought your head was big,
Oh, thanks, dude.
but I guess now maybe I do.
I've got an image of LeBron in a flannel shirt with a cowboy hat on in the gates in the rodeo.
Oh.
I want to see LeBron in the rodeo.
See LeBron in Brokeback Mountain.
I don't really want to.
Brokeback Mountain 2, LeBron
And D Wade.
LeBron and D Wade. Let's get it done now. Brokeback Mountain 2, LeBron and D Wade. Let's get it done.
The return to Miami.
Yeah.
I think
The return to Bronland.
Yeah.
Bronny and Wade.
I picture LeBron being at a mid-tier like corporate company, working at a desk that's way too small for him, and in a cubicle that's way too small. And that would just make me laugh if he was like frustrated and stuck in a cubicle all day.
God, that was good stuff. That
Okay.
was funny.
All right. What do you think?
I think we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, that was a lot of fun. Be Different Podcast is out of here. Brad Redford is out. Richard, you got any sending comments?
No.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Thank you.
Nick, anything?
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, we really need that. And, maybe we should shoot that at the beginning and put that before every video.
Yeah, we should talk about it.
Yeah. And so with that, we will be signing off for the Be Different Podcast. We'll be back next week. See ya.